Oh, hello everybody. Hey Al.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Robbie.
Oh, not much. Just sitting here.
Hey, beautiful cold weather here. How's the weather in Thailand?
Well, if you can hear the fan and see my curtains moving over here, it's
Well, I'm
far from
jealous.
cold.
I'm super jealous, man. I wish I was there for
Well, one
sure.
thing when you live in a tropical area, like when I lived in Costa Rica, people are like, "Oh, it's so nice," and I'm like, "You get to miss the seasons because it's always warm. It's like summer all the time." But actually, it's a little chilly this morning. I think it was probably 55 degrees when I got on the little scooter to go get my breakfast and come back. So,
Yeah. So, how many cars did you happen to dodge along the way? Or is it
well,
pretty
early in the
easy?
morning, it's not really an issue, but the issue is my big ass is too big for this little scooter that I got her. So I had to go by myself this morning. But today at lunch, I'm going to buy me a new motorcycle for me that's bigger.
That's a good idea. Something that's safer for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I need something with some bigger wheels.
And a bigger seat. There we
Yeah.
go.
Well, I got it. I think they call it a Honda Rebel. So
Oh,
it's more flat in the back
yeah.
because those racing bikes are up like this. And if I put her on the back of that racing bike on the top of that seat and the wind catches her, she'll blow away.
Probably right. Put a little sail on it. You can do a parasailing right off the back of the motorcycle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, we're waiting on our guest. He's running fashionably late, maybe, but we'll see what happens here. We'll just kind of swing it by ear until the time comes and
So how's it
enjoy my.
going? Yeah, how's it going with the Thailand's FAA stuff? Did you get your paperwork done?
Not yet. Actually, they emailed me yesterday and they said we didn't get a proof of purchase for your Air 2S. So I guess I'll be making an invoice. So just to let you know, just the paperwork in general. When you start to fill it out, it's got like you have to have a declaration of conformity sheet, which is the QR code that you see on the drones when people are showing them. They had to have a picture of that. 7 pictures of each drone. What else was in here? Oh, a paper saying that you're not a threat to national security or you've never been sentenced by a final judge on imprisonment for offenses under narcotics and customs. So maybe they're using them to move drugs or something. I don't know. So yeah, there is a lot of, and then you've got a public liability application for each drone that has to be filled out.
Whoa.
And then the last thing you have to do is,
Insurance?
yeah, but I think that's in here, the public liability application. That's the part that you have to do for the insurance, and then they just got a document that's got like the serial number to the controller and the drone. It's like I don't know. Maybe if they catch you, they want to look and make sure there's not a part hiding in your bag. So they like want the serial number off every single thing that you've got.
No, okay.
So
To make sure you're not stolen or something. Gotcha.
I guess so. I mean, I got my new drone off DJI site, so I had all the information where I paid for it. Oh, we have a guest here.
Awesome.
All right, let's bring in Mr. Ken. Hey, hey. Hey, sorry. I didn't know we were on friends on Messenger, and I emailed it. And I was like, he didn't get it. I better text him.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I was it's crazy in the lead up to Christmas. I'm just busy doing all kinds of things. Didn't even have time to do my hair.
I
Oh,
totally get it.
Hey,
Look at that. Me too.
I don't
I
have
had
that
the problem.
issue.
I got to fire my stylist.
Well, Ken, I almost snubbed poor Robbie too because I did a switch from an Android to Apple iOS. Oh my
Oh
gosh,
no.
it was the biggest
Oh,
nightmare today. So I've been out of touch battling this
oh.
thing. So I decided to have myself a little self-medication after beating my head against the wall. So.
You have to be drunk to use Apple products.
And
I'm sorry.
Al has been so against Apple products for so long. When he said that, I was kind of taken back. I was like, "What the hell happened? Was it?"
I know, man. I'm going to the dark side. Sorry about that, guys. I mean, but I'm still going to keep my iOS. Yeah,
he drank the Kool-Aid. He's part of the Apple cult now.
Everybody in my family, all my kids, my wife, all have Apple phones. I'm the only one left out. So I'm tired of that because, I want to get the memo. You know what I mean?
I understand. But anyway, what I miss? How late am I?
You're not late.
No,
we've been on like 2 or 3 minutes, and I told Al he'll pop in sooner or later. Late, maybe.
Okay. Hey, Greg Pittman's in the house. Say Maddie's here. We got a bunch of folks. TJ's here. Ray Kelly's here. Chris QC guys here, and awesome to have you guys here. So the weather's been crazy here in Virginia. I know it's been crazy in Tennessee. And I wouldn't even ask Robbie because he's in Thailand. He doesn't count, man. So I know you've been doing a lot of fundraising for the folks that got hit pretty hard around your area. How's that going?
Yeah, we got quite a bit of super chat money for the people from last week's show. Very generous, very generous. But yeah, what a mess up there.
Yeah.
Is there a place that they want to donate? How could they do that and get you money to donate with that? Some of our viewers that we have here.
Well, they can go to the governor's. I can't remember the website. It's the Kentucky.
Yeah, I was just trying to find it too.
Yeah, if you check out my, let's see, I am not prepared.
That's okay.
That's okay, man. You take your time.
Look at my video. I'll tell you here in a second. Stand by.
Okay.
All right.
But don't send it to me. Send it directly to this website that was put up by the governor.
Send it to care of Ken Heron.
Yeah.
The Ken Heron Foundation.
It's secure.kentucky.gov.
Okay.
All right. We'll type it up, Robbie, if you get a chance.
I'll put it in the chat below, and then people can pull it off
Am
I
a moderator? Am I a moderator in your? Oh, was I able to post the link?
Can you make him a moderator, Al?
I don't have the credentials. You're the only one on this stream.
Did it let me post it? I think it did. Looks like it did. Anyway, Kentucky secure.kentucky.gov.
Okay, yeah, okay, we got it.
All right.
Cool.
Awesome.
What's been going on in the world of Ken Heron and droning?
Well, I just came back in 5 minutes ago from flying 3 FPV packs.
Nice. 5-incher?
Yeah, 5-incher, 6S. And I just go out to this park near my house by myself just to keep in practice. And
awesome. Did you make that one? Or did you, was that off the shelf model?
The one I was flying is a Skyliner HD from Rotorite. It's a bind and fly.
Bind and fly. Nice.
But I've repaired it enough times to where I can say I built it.
Hey, that's FPV, man.
Yeah. But one of the things I like to do is this park is right next to the employment office here in my town. And I like to go there right around quitting time because all those people there know me. And so I wait till they're leaving in their cars and I'll follow their cars out through the parking lot. And then I'll fly up right next to them like, it's Ken again. How you doing?
Well, I want to see. I'm really curious to know more about your police car. It looked pretty exciting on your video.
Yeah. Well, I needed a second, more dependable car, so I decided.
Yeah, you definitely pick one that will keep people from bothering you, other than the police.
Oh no, the police! I've been pulled over in that car 7 times. 7 times. And I wanted just a regular, I have a rotary car that's a very high maintenance, and I wanted just like a Ford something. And I was driving around looking for just cheap ass cars, and I saw a cop car with a for sale sign on it, and it was black and white. And then my mind started going, I could be the drone patrol.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
And I didn't start getting pulled over until I put a light bar on it.
But where? Yeah, on the roof?
On the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They took all the cop stuff off of it. Now it's an amber light bar, but when it's off, you don't know if it's amber or not.
Yeah.
But
so they're checking you out for impersonating them. Oh, I see.
Yeah, but it's a great promotional vehicle for both YouTube stuff and my radio station. So
yeah, I mean, when you were at Spin Up with that car, everybody would walk by. Hey, there's Ken's car. Check it out, man. You know what I mean?
It's a fun thing. But
hey, talking about that,
the cops love the license plate, which is a custom plate. Popo, yeah. So most of them come up laughing. They're like, anybody's going to impersonate a cop isn't going to have a Popo plate on it, you know. But
hey, great.
Yeah.
Did you fly the V-copter anymore since Spinner?
Yes.
How's it going?
Yes. It's okay. Once I got the firmware updated, apparently you can't update the firmware in the field. You need it won't let you do it on the phone like any other drone. So that was a cruel surprise when I was 6 hours from home and wanted to fly it.
So you had to hook it up to USB port on the laptop or something? Like
you have to use a laptop or a computer. It won't let you do it on the phone. And I didn't have anything like a tablet with me or anything. So
yeah.
But
anyways, going okay with it?
It's a surprisingly capable drone.
Wow.
You know, it's a 3.4 sensor. It's about as good as a Mavic 2 image-wise. The default colors on it are a little cartoony, but you can bump that down in post. But it flies like any other. I mean, to look at it, have you flown a Mavic 3?
Yes.
Okay, so you've seen how it flies. It's kind of almost sport mode, kind of jerky, right?
Yeah, it's a little nervous at times, yeah.
A little bit. But it flies like any other DJI drone. But the V-copter, since it's 2 and it has these long down to the body, it is very pendulum-like.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's $1,100. I mean, it's, you know, you're not gonna. The cool factor. If you want the cool factor, get that. But
what about flight time, though? I mean, you're thinking only running 2 motors versus 4. So
yes, the flight time is impressive.
Oh, it is. What were you getting? I know that the advertised numbers versus real numbers. What are your numbers like?
I haven't tested it that way, but I know I flew it all day and never ran out of battery on the one battery.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was thinking about the efficiency because they're only having 2 motors.
But it's got a lot more mechanics in it. It actually does have 4 moters.
It does have 4 motors?
Yeah.
Oh,
here,
only
stand by and I'll show you.
Yeah, pull it out, man. Go ahead, Robbie. Go ahead.
I'll wait till it comes back.
Okay.
All right, and I'm back.
All right.
And you're back. Hey, if I got a Matrice, I'm gonna have one of these.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's good to be independently wealthy, isn't it?
It's like I'm independently in debt.
Oh, okay.
So I am waiting right now on my paperwork from the government here in order to fly, because here, before you can take off any drone, unless it's a toy with AA batteries, you have to have liability insurance and get it approved by the government and wait 10 days. You can't buy it. When you buy a new drone, they do it for you. It's $150 a drone for 2
Where's
years.
here? Where's here? Where are you?
I'm in Thailand now. I'm in Thailand now. I live here full time. I came back like 20 months ago when the COVID hit Asia for a month to visit my sister. And that's how me and Al met. He lived behind her. And I got stuck for 20 months in the US and got into the drones and then came back here and brought all my stuff with me. And no, I didn't bring the Matrice with me, but I brought the other stuff.
Is that the Cine version?
No, it is not the Cine version.
Okay. Because that will divide the rich people away from us plebeians.
Well, it's too much. It's not as much the money as it is what I would use it for. This I don't have to worry about, changing out drones. I know it's going to be good for a couple of years, now that the firmware works on the drone and there's no issues. Because when I bought mine, luckily I never had an issue with mine And Mark Fisher and other people are like, we're doing flyaways and this and that. And I was like, shit, I ain't gonna fly it over here until I know. But I was happy to know when the firmware came that it fixed everything, because when I first bought it, I took it up to fly it and went in to try to do some of the master shots. It's like, where the hell's the software? It says coming soon. What have I bought? A brick? All I could do is manually fly it, and that was it. So the firmware has fixed that, and I'm real happy with actually having it. So I brought this in the Air 2S with me when I came here. And then I got online here and I told my girlfriend, I was like, do they have a DJI store here? She said, yeah, we know all those people. And I was like, well, what do I do? And she goes, well, they actually have one of the manufacturing facilities here in Thailand. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, we know these guys. So they put me in touch with these guys that are like, have you seen this and this? And I was like, we don't have that in the US. Like the dongle that they're going to have for this, they'll have it here. So what I want to do is send one home.
The dongle?
Yeah, the 4G dongle that goes on the top. Have you heard about that?
I don't think I have. Yeah, tell me about your dongle.
Yeah, the 4G actually plugs in the back here, in the back of the drone, and powers it. And what it does, it's a 4G. It's a 4G dongle that's on it, so you don't have a distance. You can just continue to fly. Now they're not gonna put it in the U.S., but they have it here. So if I bought one here and sent it there, and you put a SIM card in it, you could fly this thing until the battery dies.
Will it allow it to be flown here if it knows where in the world it is? Okay,
I don't know, but I'm going to send one anyway to Al and just see if see how it does. The stuff here comes out early before it comes out there.
Send it to Al. Send it to me.
Send it to you. Hey, Al say it. Send the drone.
Yeah,
but yeah. This stuff, because you were on tonight, I didn't do it, but probably. Before now on the 1st, I'm going to reveal the new Autel Nano. I've had it a couple of days now. And the stuff here, it's like going to Walmart. You just get online and buy it, and 2 or 3 days, it shows up at your house. So it's kind of cool because I can get the stuff early.
Have you flown it yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I got to go to the U.S. Embassy and get some paperwork done where I'm getting married. I got to do that tomorrow. And then after that, I get to go out and I get to actually hopefully do some flying because I'm supposed to have my paperwork.
Wow. Okay. A lot of changes.
They're unlike DJI, Autel seems to like me, and so they're sending me a Nano as well. In fact, we're gonna have on TNL, we're gonna have the US general manager of Autel on the 30th.
Oh, congratulations, Ken. That's awesome, man. On
TNL, we're gonna have him on. But you're a lot cooler than I am with your Mavic 3 dongle. But let me get back to this V-copter thing and show you that it does in fact have 4 motors, but only 2 sets of props. But it's a cool looking little drone, and people that know drones, everybody in the world knows drones now. You bring this somewhere, and then even the people that are familiar with drones are like, how's that working? Because it's almost magic,
Yes, it's a conversation piece for sure.
It really is. So here's the first motor. Right over here, like that. Here's the second motor. Okay, so it's 2 motors in this proprietary little diddly bopper. I call it the diddly bopper.
It's almost like a gimbal.
Similar to a gimbal, yeah.
It's a single axle gimbal.
Yeah, but it
doesn't rotate. It just keeps it. It does attitude correctly, right?
The pitch, it does pitch.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Ooh, who was that in the background? Who walked back there?
I told her, she goes, I want to make sure that I stay out of the camera. I said, honey, you have my ratings. Come on back. Come here.
Bring her back.
Ken, this is Pamika. My fiance. Hello. Al knows her.
Hey. Wow.
She got to go to work. She got to go to work and make us money so I can buy drones, Ken.
Is that your wife? Is that your wife?
It's my fiance. My fiance.
Okay. So they let you marry 15-year-olds there? That's nice.
They do sometimes, but since then she is well over that.
Oh, okay. I'm just teasing, man.
I know.
She looks young.
Can I say?
Yes.
Yeah, she's 43.
Get out of town and don't come back. I don't believe you. Send me some of that water. I need some of that water.
I can show my age on my ID.
She said she can show the age on your ID. The only thing you'll understand is the number 43.
Is there any gray hair? No gray hair?
No, not yet. But since my last name is Gray, I'm sure it will turn gray.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I need. Okay.
Hey, this is called marrying up.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, it's good to meet you.
Okay.
Gotta go.
Bye, Pamika.
Kissy face. Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, always jealous.
Does she fly drones and or like drones and or put up with your drone habit?
Has not flown yet, likes and puts up with my habit, and it's good. It's all good.
Do you fly FPV?
No, I do not. I know you're going to do the same thing Al does. I'm working on it. Now, I will say that.
I'm telling you. I love my GPS cinematic drones. I love getting those shots and all that goes with it. But like today, when I just have a free minute and I just go, I love just flying FPV. It turns, if you're a gamer, it turns the whole world into the game play area. I mean, it's just, it is a bit of an expense to start. It is a bit of a learning curve. And I think that's why it's limited in number to people, but anybody that discovers it and can master it, like I would say I've mastered it now. I'm not like Mr. Steele crazy, but I can do all the things. And I've practiced very hard to do it. And I'm proud that at my age, I was able to have the coordination to do it. And
how old are you, Ken? How old are you, Ken?
37.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a 21-year-old just learned to fly this year too. And
have another drink, Al.
Here's the second build. I just finished it. And that is so nice because I got the Evil Protector system.
Yeah.
And then,
so you're flying FPV.
Oh yeah.
So how come Robbie isn't on board with? How come you haven't?
Robbie,
I've been busy.
He walks to his own drum beat.
Oh,
so
with a fiance like that, I understand why you don't have time.
People say, "Why would you want to live there?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Let me go ahead.
I am trying to get into the FPV. I'm actually, me and Al talked the other day, and I ordered a baby hawk, just as a first one. 113 with HD.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you this: the smaller ones are harder to fly.
Yeah, the Baby Hawk HD is perfect. The 4-inch to 5-inch will be awesome for you because it has enough power to get out of its own way. Like Ken was saying, those little ones you just can't get out of your own freaking way. Once you lose it, so a 5-incher you could literally, whack right through a tree.
If you're heading for a tree, you can power out of it. Whether it's
power out of it, and you just weed whack right out of it. Where the little whoops, anything hits it is either down or be stuck up against somebody's wall or cabinet. You're like, I had it.
I'm editing a video. I don't know if I can share my screen. I'm editing a video now where I was diving. I was in Atlanta yesterday, and we were diving through this 5-story building, and it crashed down. It plinkoed down the whole way, and it was fine. It was fine. It was a little
sorry, guys.
Yeah, what's going on?
What camera? What camera are you using on your FPV?
Me or Ken?
Talking to Ken.
Well,
okay.
I have the Hero 10, but I don't have the heart to put this on a quad because I crashed one once and I had to replace it. So I have the 9 that I fly, but I fly when I want to get crazy. I just don't have a camera on there. I just just Google goggle record.
Try this. This one's even easier for a quad. I know Robbie's got the DJI one. I wouldn't even bother to put that on there because you're going to crash it.
Actually, one of the guys put this on FPV.
Oh, okay. So you can do the Insta 360 there. You have Ken.
But
what is that, Robbie?
That's a really great camera.
That's the Action 2, and I'll tell you. One thing I did learn though, we went rafting the other day, and maybe 25 minutes was the trip. Well, I decided to stick this to the magnet that it comes with. This is the necklace that it comes with, and it basically just attaches like this. It
Hold
just
on.
locks on.
trust the magnet.
Hey,
exactly. That's why I got a lanyard on it.
It's pretty strong, but here's the issue. Your memory is in this part, in the bottom parts where the memory slot goes. And this doesn't have a lot of memory in it. So when I was going through about a 25-minute rafting, after 8 minutes, my memory was full.
You wore that on a magnet in a raft.
Yeah, this is waterproof.
Hold on.
Did you put the lanyard on your head?
Let me reiterate. Stand by. Don't trust the magnet.
Where did you lose yours?
Have you tried it?
Have you lost
Have you tried the magnet?
No, I don't have one. I'm not. Again, I can't. No Mavic 3. No fancy. I have the original. I have the original action cameras. The action. They're fine. They're fine.
We're gonna have to send you a care package from Southeast Asia. So when you get something and it's got Chinese or something writing, you'll know it came from me. We'll send you a care package of some new products.
Okay. I'm all about that. You tell your DJI buddies that I still love them, even though
you don't get anything.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Are we allowed to say bad words on your stream?
What's the rating on this, Robbie? Did you make it over 18?
Oh yeah.
Are we allowed? Okay.
Yeah.
So tell DJI that I love them. Okay. Even though they shit the bed with this. You
hate that one, huh?
It's terrible. It's god awful. Everybody that I know that bought one has sold it. Don't get it. It's awful. It's expensive, and you can learn FPV less expensively on a sim, and that's a horrible drone. But
I had a Radio Master that I was using on the sim, but when I was packing my bags here, I just didn't have the space, so I ended up selling it because I could have bought it over here cheaper anyway. But I didn't know how long I was going to still be in the U.S.
Makes sense.
I had just gotten to Nashville when I went to Minefield and met you. I had not been there long, so I've been there since Minefield, staying at my brother's until I got on the plane in Nashville. Everything was perfect, and then lightning struck. And then they said, there's going to be a delay on the flight. We're waiting for an electrician to fix the electricity so we can pump fuel in the airplane. And I didn't think anything about it, except for I only had an hour and a half layover in Chicago. Missed my flight, spent 38 hours in the sky, and showed up a different day here.
Oh, well, Ken, getting back to that FPV, the way I like that FPV from DJI, I bought it. I kind of got screwed because I bought it for the infrastructure. I wanted the goggles and I wanted the controller because I was hoping that they would eventually be able to get the air unit to work on this, right? With the controller that came with FPV. The goggles, no question about it, because they're V2s.
Right.
Well keeping. And so I was pissed because I got this, FPV drone that I fly like an airplane, which I don't really mind flying it like an airplane because it's not a freestyling drone. Because as soon as you hit anything, it's going to crack like an egg. So I'm not going to do that because it's expensive. But I will fly it like an airplane because you can fly it long range, fast, and you can zip right through stuff. So I'm moving over to the fixed wing aircraft too. And that's what you're getting out of those speeds, 100 miles an hour. Just get it with your FPV goggles on.
We're all adults here, right? We're adults. We're grown-ups.
I think so. Robbie, kids out of the room?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's nobody here. Don't worry about that.
The DJI POS is it's like having one pump at sex. You're like, that was great. I want more. But then the girl leaves and it won't give you any more. And then you're thinking, how am I going to get more of that? I mean, it teases you because it won't do what a real FPV quad will, and that is survive
a crash.
Anything.
Well, I noticed at Minefield, a lot of people, I think there were more FPV people that were there than GPS people.
It's more fun flying, FPV.
Next year, I will fly back, special for that, and I am going to fly back for the South Florida drone meet. I will be flying FPV when you see me next time.
Okay. And I want you to bring a quad that will lift a toddler. Now that one you brought will almost
That's the limit there. That's an escrow right now. That's on its way out.
Oh,
but it was fun to play with when it was there.
That was huge. You definitely won the drone size contest.
Well, it's the camera's the issue. The drones are expensive, but the cameras for those, they're ridiculously expensive for a good camera. It's just too much. So I had a friend that bought one. Well, someone that bought one, and I think he paid $8,500 for it. And I asked him, "Why did you buy it?" He lives in Oklahoma. He said the farmer uses it. And I said, "For what?" And he said, "To check the lines for the cattle." I was like, "So your boss bought this and with the camera and everything, he had 20 grand in it, and he uses it in the morning so he doesn't have to get on his horse and he flies out around his line."
And he could use anything he could use a Mini 2 for that.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, and I don't say this a lot on my channel, but it's so true. It's so true. Buying the most expensive, newest, best thing isn't going to make you a better pilot or photographer. It's right. Just not going to do it for you. I've been lucky enough to have had some very expensive drones come through here, and what I've stuck with is the Phantom 4 Pro.
Yeah,
that's my go-to. Oh, it doesn't fold. Oh, it doesn't fold. Where? Let me call an ambulance on you.
You have the Mavic 2 Pro?
I had an Autel Evo 2, 6K, and it probably had a better camera on it than the better looking anyway but I gave it away. I didn't want it anymore because I never used it. Why did I ever use it? I just don't like the whole.
So, question for you, Ken. What did you take with you?
I don't want to say it because I have Autel on next week, but
I know I figured that. But what did you take to fly at Spin Up? You drove there, so you could have taken a lot of equipment with you. What did you take? The V-copter for sure. I saw you fly that.
I didn't have it then. At Spin Up.
Yes, at Spin Up.
Spin Up. Yeah, I had the V-copter, and I brought my FPV quads and the Phantom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. What I brought with me, I also drove, and I brought with me the Xeno Mini Pro for the small factor and the Mavic 2 Pro. And then, of course, all the FPV stuff. 2 5-inchers and 2 3.5 inchers. So I was like, if I know I was going to, hurt a couple of them as usual. So, I was like.
I don't very often talk about what gear I use all the time, but I've noticed for just going out in the field and stuff, I used to have these Sonys that I'd put on tripods and everything. And I like them because the Sony Mark 6 that I have, I think they're on Mark 8 now, but the Sonys have the best and the fastest autofocus in the industry.
Nice. So
these are the mirrorless cameras, but lately I've been using just this handheld. And sometimes if I don't have time to set up my wireless mic, the audio on here is really good. And I just got this little dip-de-doo, which is a lens mod. Have you seen this?
Oh, the Morphic lens? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to get fisheye. Huge.
It's not fisheye. It's stabilization in addition to.
Wow.
This on the GoPro 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely astonishing. This is an extra $100 to whatever this costs.
I am so glad you said that because I have a 9. I have a 9 and a 7. So I put the 7 on my quads. I don't care about that one that much.
Yeah, but I wouldn't fly this on a quad because it's
too much money. Yeah,
it's a lot of money.
It's sticking right out there. So
unless it's on a Cinewhoop or something, put it on a Cinewhoop.
Yeah, you can do that definitely.
Gently. You're not going to.
Al, I sent you a link. Al. Share that link I sent you.
Oh, okay. Let me double check. It was via Messenger.
Yeah,
yes,
it's the 10. Superman link.
Was asking. It's the 10. It's the 10. But this mod is magic. Steadicam magic. You hold it in your hand. It's like even if you're shaking a little bit. Oh, You give it to Grandpa. Grandpa's like, here, Grandpa, you be my cameraman. Okay. Then you're gonna have Rocksteady from Grandpa. It's gonna be fine.
Hey, Robbie, I don't see the link anywhere.
Hold on, let me send it back to you because I want y'all to see this.
Yeah, I'll send a link. Yeah, that's a good idea. That way we can display it here. All right. So if you could only take one drone with you, Ken, what drone would you take?
In a pinch? Like what? For
Just
what?
one. That's the only thing allowed to take with you was your phone, your GoPro, and one drone.
Oh, Phantom 4 Pro 2.0. Yeah.
Got it.
Now, a lot of times lately, I've been just grabbing the Mini 2. I just keep that in my car in case anything happens, and I just happen to be out. Like I'm getting groceries, and suddenly there's a sinkhole, and there's a car in it. Okay, well, I got the drone, but yeah, the Phantom. That's been my go-to. There was a moment like a year ago where there was a rumor that DJI was stopping manufacturing of the 2.0, and people were scared for like a month, and I was one of those people, so I bought another one. So
did you?
Yeah,
I still have mine. I'm not selling mine.
I have one. I have one that I use, and then I have another one that's brand new that I just have a spare. That's how much I love that.
Okay, that is good to know, Ken. And why do you like it so much? The camera or the flight characteristics?
Well, at this point, I've used it so much.
Or the GoPro.
I know what it does. I know its limitations. It works with my Crystal Sky perfectly. No surprises. I know the footage is exactly what I need. I like the color. I mean, of course, the Mavic 3 is a great drone, but if you have something that's not that old, just use it. You don't, these new iterations are incrementally improving at best. Until we get the next generation of battery, nothing's going to be. And even, everybody always asks, what's the battery time on? Oh, wow, really? 25 minutes? Oh, that sucks. Come on. That's enough. That's enough.
3 minutes on that FPV is rough, right?
Oh, I was going to wait for the 8K. Come on. What, to see it on your 8K TV? Come on, you don't have an 8K TV. Nobody has, you know what I mean? Like 4K, it's good for now. Just slow your roll there, people.
As I was searching the internet, I found something different. And you've probably seen this before, but I'm going to share it. Can you make it bigger, Al?
It was recorded on an iPhone, so it's a little
Superman.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you got to see this. Turn the sound on, Al.
Oh, I didn't check that part. You want me to do that?
Check it below.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the sound X'd in the video.
Yeah,
unmute it.
I don't think I can unless I come in, stop the share, and come back in. So let me do that.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
No, just you got to check that box. Remember?
No, in the video, you're a little.
In the video, just check it. Check the box. There you go. There we go. Check this out, though.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Oh yeah, look at the ducks coming in. He's got what do they have? The props are in that duck.
That's great. The head looks so real.
Wait till you see it.
What a great idea. I've seen that witch one that looks like a witch flying on a broom.
Oh, this is much better.
Oh man, look at
the feet even move.
The feet move?
Yeah.
Is that how it steers? Is that how it steers?
He's got the
What are the control surfaces? That's great. I want one.
Oh man, he's gonna power loop it.
Other than the motor whine, it's pretty believable.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty it's pretty loud. But that would like be cool. I mean, if you're going to fly something over a stadium and get in trouble, fly this thing over the stadium.
That's neat.
Oh man, look at doing rolls.
Now the landing was pretty hard on his private parts because he comes down face first when they land it.
Well, that's okay. He's got a cup made of kryptonite, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to bother him. But it looks so real from the bottom. It's just super lightweight.
Those are some true geeks right there, man.
I love it. That's great. Now wait till they find out about these things called women. Then, I mean, that'll be the end of the Superman drone days.
Okay, stop sharing now. Well, you know, watching this and all the technology, what someone should really do, someone should come up with a drone that will go in the house and check all your vital stats. I think that's where the future's going, kid. Hey, you made a good statement on that. In one of Ken's last video, he was talking about a company talking about what they're developing a drone, Al, and the drone actually goes to the old person's home or whatever, and goes inside and checks all the vitals.
Yeah. What
these people don't fly drones.
Yeah, what old person wouldn't welcome a flying blender into their home?
I don't get it either. I mean, come on.
Who could think up this stuff? I mean, does it come with a guy in a car that opens the door for you and recharges the? I mean, it's just ridiculous that they would put a video out like that.
Yeah. Hey, those people live on the other side of the tracks, Robbie. Somebody comes and opens the door for you.
That will
send donations here. I've got some ideas too.
Yeah, I could use it for your hair. I could use.
Those are the kind of things that we'll see. Those are the kind of things that we'll see in 50, 100 years on future shows that are in pop-up scratch and sniff hologram 3D goggle vision or whatever, where hey, remember way back in 2021 they thought drones were gonna come in people's houses. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it'll actually happen. Well, Ken, I first met you at Minefield. It was the first event that I'd ever been to since I've been, droning. I actually, Al got me connecting in and doing that. And I was really impressed because you are a really likable guy. I like it because I did see a lot of people that were new that didn't know you that were getting into the hobby that would walk up, and it was nice to see you interact with those people trying to get them involved. And, I see so many people. We actually have a World Drone Community Facebook group that's international. So we have people post from all over the world in our group. And one of the big things that we constantly see are people asking about, hey, I want to get into the hobby. What drone do you recommend? And it's so funny because you got these people over here that are like, and don't say DJI. Well, the problem is they go out and buy a $40 drone. It flies like crap. They get it stuck in a tree. And then you say, hey, do you want to fly a drone? I've had one. And so what you were talking about before, buying a drone that costs too much money doesn't make sense. But for a beginner that wants to fly drones, if they can't spend the $299 and get like a mini SE, something that has some capability, I just don't see them getting into it.
Well, anytime you buy anything expensive, right? Like a new boat, a motorcycle, a car,
sure,
anything. What do? You go on YouTube and you do research and you see other people playing with it, right? So hopefully the people that want to get into drones have done the research. They know about the choices and they can make an educated choice. Now, if you're a parent and you have a kid that's young and says, "Oh, that'd be cool,"
Holy stone.
I mean, do the research. But I'm, luckily, thank goodness, I'm not a parent. I've escaped that hell. But I'm not a fan of kids, really. They like me for some reason. I don't know what's that about, but I'm half kidding. But anyway, parents, if your kid's like, man, I want to play the trombone, you're gonna go get like the best gold-plated trombone? No, you're gonna go down to the used trombone store and get them a used trombone. Not necessarily the best thing to do with a drone if they have an interest, because you can turn this drone thing into a career, and some kids are very savvy with it. I met an 18-year-old kid yesterday who is an FPV savant. This guy, he can fly and do anything. And so he's, like so many his age, are turning it into a career, getting products and selling them online. So, parents, if your kid shows an interest in drones, that may mean that they have an interest in taking drones all the way, or this could just get them a toe into the pool of aviation. They could become a fixed wing pilot, anything. These are things that will foster the interest of kids. And that's really what I'm interested in. Very often I'll be down just practicing my FPV or whatever, flying drones, and I'll see a kid like scream in the corner, like, ah! And then they're like, Daddy. And then they come walking up, put the goggles on them. And I know I've turned one into an aviation fan instantly with that. Yeah. I love doing that.
Well, I agree. One of the good things about the DJI FPV, the only good thing that I notice is that you can, how Rotor do the videos of trying to teach people how to do the aerial maneuvers with the DJI FPV drone, because now you're able to see it on the phone app. So as somebody's flying, you're watching right there, just like having another set of goggles in audience mode. That's the only good thing for having an audience with the FPV drone, that you can actually get people to come and check it out. This is what you can do with the FPV system. But I wish they would let that technology come out to the Caddx product line now, because if we could just, we still have our dongles on our, I still have my dongles hooked up on my, goggles. So when I fly my DJI FPV drone, then, I can just have the app running and people can have audience mode.
Oh, there's all kinds of ways you can audience with FPV or GPS drones or anything. I mean, kids just love flying. They're fascinated with it. But I think
we had a lot of kids in Nashville when I was flying would come up, and a lot of parents, and the dads would come up, and the dad's got an 8-year-old, and he's like, well, what do they cost? They're like, we'll just go to Walmart and buy the DJI Mini SE. And I'm sitting here thinking, you're going to give it to an 8-year-old. He's going to fly it somewhere he's not supposed to fly it, or he's going to turn it off in midair and it's going to hit something. And we end up paying for that because, a drone flyer. Well, they don't say he's 8 years old. So there should be a limit.
Actually, you say that, but, parents, if they care enough to get the $400 drone, that's actually a good thing. They should be with them, because you can put parental controls in there and limit their height, their distance. You can put all that in there, and then they can't. You know what I mean? Like unlike the $40 Walmart special where it's just Wi-Fi drone, do whatever you want, go ahead and fly on the White House lawn kind of thing.
Yeah, well, those growing up in Tennessee.
Those are going to be done away with. Unfortunately, they will be no more. Holy Stone, I predict Holy Stone will go out of business once remote ID comes out, because they won't be able to afford to implement retroactively or otherwise all the things that need to go in. And I also make another prediction. I'm going out on a limb here. Remote ID initially will be like scary, but I think such a large cross section of our community will ignore it that it would just eventually, a year, 2 years maybe, then the FAA would be like, well, we tried that.
Yeah, I think the FPV community definitely agreed with that. The FPV community is definitely going to ignore it.
You don't think they have a budget to enforce it? I mean, they got a budget for their
no, they don't.
The numbers are too large.
But they got those PowerPoint presentations.
No. There's no such thing as drone police. The only drone police is me when I'm in my drone patrol cop car. That's the only drone police that there is.
When I was in Hendersonville, outside Nashville, I flew over the Hendersonville Christmas parade, and I told the policeman, I was like, "What time are the planes coming through?" Because they did a fly over the main road, and they told me, and I said, "Well, I'll have my drone out of the way." And they're like, "Oh, you're flying a drone?" I said, "Is there a preferred place you'd like me?" And he said, "We don't know that about drones. Just don't hit the planes." There was no enforcement anywhere around that.
It used to be you needed to have a license to talk on the CB radio, if you're old enough to remember the CB radio. Yeah. And the FCC was initially very adamant about that. But eventually, so many people just said, I'm just not going to do it. So that the FCC was like, well, we'll just look over this way now. So You know, I used to have a license to talk on the radio. I'm a radio guy forever, and used to have a license to speak on the radio. And you don't anymore. Any old schmuck can get on and talk on the radio. You don't do anything.
Well, it comes with the documentation. You know how you buy those little Motorola handhelds, it comes with the documentation. But talking about enforcement, Robbie, remember we were flying around when all the monuments here in Richmond and Monument Avenue were being, all the protests was going around and they were spraying them and doing all that stuff. Well, they took down the Lee Monument about, a month and a half ago. And there, we had flown around there and documented what was going on, remember? As a matter of fact, my Xeno 2 crashed on one of those flights there because the prop broke. But anyway, when they took the Lee Monument down, they specifically stated no drones allowed when they take that statue down.
Really?
And I was just thinking, this would have been a perfect place for the Mavic 3 because you could be a block away up in the air and zoom in, and you would not be in their way. And
who put that into? Was there a TFR or was it just the city?
Yeah, I'm sure. No, they were requesting that, but I'm sure they did because we also flew another event here. The Dominion Power is a huge power company here that produces electricity for Virginia, North Carolina, and some other place. Anyway, they had their office downtown and they imploded it. And Robbie and I flew it before they imploded it. And we knew how we were going to do our shots. And the night before, I updated my firmware. And when I updated my firmware, it shoved a new fly zone. And I couldn't get past close enough to see what was going on.
That's good. Do you not agree?
I agreed.
Right.
But there were so many people that did not update and flew in.
You're going to be responsible because you're responsible. The kid with the Walmart drone might not be. Yeah. So that's actually a good thing.
Yeah. There were so many people with drones within the no-fly zone. You wouldn't believe it.
I'm going to show that, Al. I've actually got that right here to share with you here.
But
excuse me, I've got one big screen.
As far as that statue thing goes, if it's just the city saying no drones, screw you, city. I listen to the FAA and go to skyvector.com and see if you can fly there. And if you can't,
Can y'all see this?
It's really hard. Yeah.
Okay.
I got to go here in about 10 minutes.
Okay. This is the actual building once I can get it to play here.
Yeah, so we had set our cameras up. And you could see that the drone was up in the air, and then we had the camera shots on the ground too. But we, and it's hard to see at this resolution. But you saw all the kind of like the security around there. You see the cloud starts going their way. You see them all jump in their cars, start hauling butt out of there. You know what I mean? Yeah. They weren't expecting that cloud to be that big.
During a demolition, there'll always be a TFR.
Yeah. So
I mean, after the storms in Kentucky, there might still be it expired. There was a TFR over Mayfield, Kentucky, that was put up after I got my footage.
Gotcha.
So I was there like the morning after. And
you were there right at the ending. The event was ending, right? Yeah.
Well, Ken, everybody know you're already famous. So for the people that don't know Ken's channel, which I'm sure they are, and if you don't, shame on you. Go to his channel. He's got a lot of interesting stuff. He stays up to date with
Look down there, guys.
And he has Kelly Green. You know, when I first watched you, it was Kelly. You had a full screen on, and I was listening to some of his jokes, and I just got hooked. with the combination between you guys is like, I don't know, it's like a marriage. It's like y'all just work off of each other really, really well. And, and then when we met at Minefield and I gave you that shirt.
Oh yeah. I've known Kelly for 26 years or something. We've done morning radio together, so we know how to play off one another.
Yeah, he married up too, like me.
Yeah. I married up as well, but she went ahead and married down after me.
Yeah, married down. Hey, it happens. I've been there before.
Yeah,
been there before, done that.
Anyway, well, thanks guys for having me on.
Hey, we really appreciate you taking the time.
Appreciate it. I got to get down to my hairstylist just came. We got to fix this. Whatever's going on.
We totally understand. Look, we appreciate your time, and we'll see you soon.
Ken, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and you all stay safe, man.
Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
Right. You take care, man.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Okay.